Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. It is the 1st of July, so it's Stamp Around UK Video Hop. So we're a group of UK independent stamping up demonstrators, and we always do a video hop on the 1st of the month at 6 p.m. This month, our theme is the Stampin' Up in colours. So we have Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet and Orchid Oasis. So I'm going to be using these colours today. I'm also going to use something out of the new mini catalogue. So this launched today and I can show you the inside for the very first time. So I am going to use this set here. This is the spruced up bundle. Okay, so it is a stamp set with Christmas baubles, Christmas trees, a bit of snowflake and some nice sentiments. It's photopolymer, so I like it's photopolymer because you can see through it. Makes it easy for stamping in a straight line, and it comes with some coordinating dies. The dies will cut out these images, but it also cuts out an outline, which is what I thought was the most interesting. And you can see there, if I take it out of the glare, you can see there Christmas trees and outline Christmas trees, and on this side we have baubles and outline baubles, and that was what made me excited. So I have been making Christmas in July cards. So I've done 4. I've done 1 in each of the in colours. So I'm going to do the 5th in colour now. So there it is in Parakeet Party. There it is in Shaded Spruce. There we have it in... I said Shaded Spruce tonight. That's because this is called Spruced Up. It's Sweet Sorbet. It's because it's the S and the S. Oh, where's my brain? And there we have Tahitian Tide, and there we have Starry Sky. So I'm going to be making the Orchid Oasis one in this. So I have also used the, what are these called? I've not had them long. Blossoming Happiness dies. So I'm using this die here, and that is what created this effect on the background. Some of it didn't all cut out, which I quite liked, not poking it all out. I thought it made quite a nice effect. I'll show the other one up close. And then the little scalloped edge there is from an old favourite of mine, the scalloped contours dies, and I love that. So we're using that, and then the die set from here, we need the bauble, and I've used this bauble and the bauble topper. So there we go. So I've had a lovely afternoon, sunny afternoon, making Christmas cards. I am using as well the Happy and the Christmas stamp. I like Happy Christmas as opposed to Merry Christmas. I like it. And then I'm going to use our in colour DSP. I've got quite a few scraps, but I don't know that I've got a scrap enough to use. I've got that, and I've got that. So I'm going to use my scraps up. So let me show you the patterns, because you might not have seen them. So you get dots on one side and a lovely check on the other. You've got flowers on one side and a little stripey on the other side, and they come in all of the 5 colours. So I kind of mixed and matched up. I kind of went with what scraps I had, avoiding the floral one because I didn't think that would particularly work. The first one I did was this one, and I kind of just stuck with it. So I chose the stripy, and that's all stripy. And then I made the Parakeet Party, and I thought, oh, why don't I switch it over? So this stripe, this outline, and the bauble top are all in the dots, and then the baubles in the check. This one, I proper mixed it up, and I've got the stripe there, and this is the reverse of that. So I mixed in the third design, and did the same with this. I kind of mixed and matched. So yeah, just to keep me on my toes. So we need to do some die cutting. So when you look at this, you've got a little tail here, what I sort of refer to as a tail. So I put that on the overlap of that, and when I used, if I bring in my cutting mats, so that's on the die cutter, and then this just goes on there and run backwards and forwards, which means that you don't tie cut that bit, and it's only cutting on that. So that's how I did that. And then I took this, it is a smidge too long, so it's not my normal card size. I've cut it down. If you're so normally it's 5 7/8, but I cut a smidge off. Actually, I haven't cut a smidge off. You need to cut a smidge off this to make this fit, because they're kind of made for American letter size, which is 5.5. So we'll do that when it's done. So I'm going to get that bit of the die cutting done. So I've cut that out, and then I'm just going to line up this scalloped edge here, and I'm going to bring it in about 1/4 inch from the edge. I'm just going to use a little bit of washi to hold it in place whilst I run it through my die cutter. So there it is cut, and there you can see how we have a little bit of an issue there, because the card is a little bit longer than the die cut. So I'm just taking off that tiny smidge at the end, and that makes it okay. So that's that done. I did add a shim, so I got a little bit of a better cut this time. So I'm just going to poke these out, those that need it. There's a few that stay in that don't poke out, and I'll show you what I do with them in a sec. So if they don't all come out, I'm not bothered, because I quite like the look. Although it's looking like these are all coming in. I think my plates need replacing, because I'm finding that I need a shim. So I think they're kind of flattened a bit. So, although I don't mind using a shim. So now we've got these bits that you can see in there, and what I do is I go from behind and I just poke them and bend them up a little bit, so you've got a little bit of texture and movement. A couple of those can be poked out still, so just pushing them through, because they are deliberately still attached. They're only a partial cut. Adds a little bit of interest. Which It's always nice to have a little bit of something different. So they're kind of poked up a little bit, can you see? So I like that. A bit of confetti there. So that's that ready. So now I'm going to bring in my mini here. I like my mini. I use it loads. I use it much more than the other. So just gonna, this is an old, this is a scrap I had from something else. So I'm gonna stick that on there and top of it there. And then we just cut out our bauble. There we go. You get this little square, well, square, it's a rectangle. But I'll just sling it. Don't need that bit. Right, let's put that back. So you get an outline, just to poke it out. There's release holes there for you. So that is the outline. And you could do it, excuse me, so it's layered like that, but I want to turn it round. And what you find when you die cut, you get a little bit of a beveling down. So there's a definite wrong and a right side. But I just take my bone folder and run it round the edges so it flattens out. It doesn't end up as nice a beveled edge, but it does look fine, I think. And then we've got our little dotty one for the top. So now we just need our little strip for under the card. I just cut this at 1 inch, just a little inch down the side there. There we go. And now we can put our card together. Well, we've got a little bit of stamping to do, but there we go. So that needs to go down there. I just thought the flower, although I do actually think this could get away with being a little bit slightly Christmassy. I decided to avoid that side altogether. So it's slightly longer than I want. I've left it at the 6 inches, but that does mean I can trim the ends off and it fits perfectly. So I take my long scissors, go from the back, sort of lean the blade on the card, and that snips it off. So you've got a nice flush edge there. Like so. Got a bit of glue on there. That needs cleaning off. But that's fine. And then, oh, it's stuck to my finger. Well done, Jess. I'll just recrease that. This is a thick whisper white. Basic white. I'm going to change glues because it's really thin. I prefer to use my clear glue so that it doesn't ooze out and cause marks on my card when I'm dealing with white. I'm going to put my glasses on. At this point it is really thin, and that's when my little needlepoint bottle comes into its own. on these outside. A few dots around. Okay. And I just, so where you've got that sort of top bit of the design there, sort of leveling it up there, bringing it in about 1/2 inch maybe, and sticking it down. Iron it to be straight. Take that out. Lay it down. Get a block. There we go. And then this one, just going to put glue all the way over this one. This, you could pop it up on dimensionals, but I'm leaving it flat. So I'm just bringing it down, offsetting it, bringing it down so that the bottom's about 1/2 inch below. Thereabouts. They're probably all different. There we go. And then just put some glue on this. And I just think it's nice to do Christmas cards in different colours. And then we just pop that on the top. Now you have got holes, so you have to be aware that there is sort of glue on the back there, but that should dry off and we'll not have too many issues there. So now we need to do our stamping. So I'm just going to get a little scrap. So I keep all my little scraps from various things. There we go, that will do nicely. Got me happy and my Christmas mounted. Will that go across there? Yeah, it will. And I'm just going to stamp my Christmas. I do love this colour. Gonna put it so it's kind of even with that straight edge. Try and save me a cut if I've stamped straight. If I haven't, then it hasn't saved me a cut at all. And then I'm going to take my long scissors and we're going to go, it isn't quite straight. So go up there. I'm going to put my glasses down again. And just snip it down. Sometimes I do a bit of slanty at the end and sometimes I don't bother. And on this card I decided not to bother. And so now we need our Christmas. There we go. Happy Christmas. Christmas in July. That is a thing. There we go. And it's quite nice to, I mean, I do a Christmas blog hop every month, so I have got some Christmas cards already for Christmas. 6. Although actually 1 week I didn't do, 1 month I didn't do cards. I did a little tabletop treat, so I haven't actually got 6. But I'm sending less and less Christmas cards every year, which is a shame because I do love making Christmas cards. There we we go. Just check that straight, eyeballing it. Yep, I think that's straight. I do love this colour. And then the final touch is the little tie of the bauble. So also in the in colours we have this baker's twine. So you get all 5 in a pack, which is fabulous value. And so I'm just going to tie two little bows to go on the top. So I'm just folding it over in my hand, rolling that around, getting the other loop that goes under there, grabbing it and pulling it, making sure I don't lose that end there, and then I just play with it until I get it the size I want. I was at a team event last weekend, and somebody was showing us how to do bunny ear bows, which somebody went, oh, I can never get it right. And I was like, oh, just tie the bow. And somebody said, it's practice. My sister always says I can't tie bows. It's like, it's practice. You've just got to practice and practice and practice some more. So that's going to go there. Do another. Sometimes I do get a twisty one, which is really annoying. Oh, I lost it. Lost concentration there. So go round and then pull that loop through. Of course, the last one that I'm going to do, I was about to say it's going to go horribly wrong, but actually we're all right. There we go. Baker's twine is, I think, more likely to twist, in my experience, than ribbon. So there we go. Cut that. And then I'm going to get a Tombow, and I'm just going to put a little dot of Tombow on the top of each of these baubles. And I find Tombow is really lovely and strong for holding these in place. Better than a glue dot, because the glue dots are too big really. So pick that up, get the knot in the centre there, hold it for a few seconds. That's why Tombow works really well, because it does dry really quickly, whereas my other glue doesn't dry really quickly. It does gives you lots of wiggle. I don't want wiggle in this instance. Stick that down on there. And that is my project. So there will be links down below for everybody else's project. There we go. So you can pop along and see what they've made. And that's my cards. So which one do you like best? I know what I like best. I like these two. These are my favourite colours. Although that's quite Christmassy, isn't it? With the red, a bit of a different green. That'll be my mate Jill's favourite, because she loves Tahitian Tide. So yeah, so I will link to all the products down below in my shop. Everything's available now. These dies are available because the catalogue's launched. And then do pop around and see what everybody else has made. I'll link to those as well. Bye for now. I'll be back next month with another Hop Around UK, Stamp Around UK even, video hop. Oh, God. And I'll be back on Sunday with another video, and next Wednesday as well. Okay, bye for now.